There are no shortage of opinions when it comes to music creation, but there's two words that I would really like to see out of the music creation vocabulary, and those are right and wrong. And in this video, I'm going to talk about that. Let's go. Hi, my name is Pete and this is Studio Live Today, where I help you create, record and release your best music. And if you have been creating music, you've probably been given some advice at some stage about something that you may be doing wrong or doing right. And what I want to do here is give you maybe an alternative opinion on whether things should be deemed as right or wrong in the first place. Now, of course, there are some things where right and wrong come in. I mean, middle C is middle C and probably always will be. But when it comes to actual creation and the creation process, there is definitely more than one way to do things. And this was all sparked by a comment I got on one of my videos this week from someone who said, "Hey Pete, I saw that you did this in a video. I actually do it a different way. I don't record in that way. I don't put my instruments in that order. Am I doing it wrong?" And my response back was to say, no, not only are you not doing it wrong, but there is actually no right or wrong way to do pretty much anything in music. So the question you might be asking is, why do people give advice that you're doing it wrong or that you need to do it a different way? Well, there's a number of reasons which we'll jump into now. The first, and in all honesty most likely reason, is that they genuinely have found a way to do something that works for them, and they want to share that knowledge. They want it to work for you. And I've definitely done this in some of my videos where I've said, hey, I found a great way to do this. Here's an idea. But the difference is, what I try to do, and don't always succeed, is say, here's an idea and something that may work for your workflow. Workflow is something that we'll talk about more in just a little while. Reason number two is perhaps they learnt this method from someone that they trust and that they actually respect, and they now want to pass on that learning to other people. So a similar kind of reason, but sometimes the things that we learn from people we trust are what we always continue to do, and we don't actually look outside of that and think maybe that's not the right way for everyone and maybe there's another way to get things done. And the third sort of overarching category, and this one's less common, but you do definitely hear it, and that is folks that are just so determined that their way is right and that everyone else's way is wrong that they can't help but push their agenda. Now, like I said, it's pretty rare, and most people will at least acknowledge that there is not just one way to do things. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there is just one way to do some things, and that's what I would love to hear from you. If you can drop a comment down below, if you think, is there anything in music that there is only one way to do, and that one way is the right way? So before we finish up here and the traffic here in Melbourne gets a little bit too intense, let's talk about workflow, because that is that final thing that I wanted to cover here, and that is that everyone's workflow is different. So I may record drums and bass first, you may record your vocals and your piano first. It really doesn't matter. The end result is what matters. Remember that we're doing this, we're creating music to enjoy it ourselves, to have fun, to create art that can be enjoyed by other people. If you do something in a way that works for you, then it's very rare that someone's going to be able to tell you to do it differently, because if it sounds good, it is good. So if you're creating music and it's working for your workflow, then do that. If you want to get ideas and tips from other people, like me and like others, by all means, subscribe to this channel, to other channels, watch a lot of videos, but don't let it affect your workflow directly. Don't do something different that's going to make your music worse just because Pete told you to or anyone else told you to. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.